Hello everybody, welcome to Physics with Venugopal Kusma. So in last class, we studied about the speed and velocity, average speed and average velocity, instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Today, we will do some numericals on the topics. Okay, that means we will do some numericals on these speed and velocities. Okay. So now the first problem is the ROM. So here, uh, so here the ROM takes path one. That is the straight line. This is path one, and it is the path two. Okay. RAM takes path one straight line to go from P to Q, and Sham takes path two, that is semicircle. If RAM takes 4 seconds and Sham takes 5 seconds to grow from P to Q. Now first find out what is the average speed of the RAM and Sham. Okay, average speed of RAM and Sham. So what is the average speed here? Average speed means that is the total distance covered by over a period of time. So total distance by time taken. Okay. So average speed of the RAM. So average speed of the RAM, that is the RAM average speed, is equals to total distance. RAM is the takes path 1. Okay. So total distance is the 100 meters. So this is the 100 by time taken, that is RAM takes 4 seconds. Okay. So that is average speed is 25 meter per second. So this is the average speed of the RAM, and Sham average speed. Sham average speed is so Sham average speed is equals to, what is the average speed of the Sham? Sham will be takes the path 2. Okay. So the total distance of the path 2 is, what is the total distance? That is semicircle. So that will become the pi into r. So here total diameter is the 100 meters. So radius is the 50 meters. So pi into r is the radius. So we can say that pi into r, that is 50 pi. Okay, because 100 meters is the diameter, 50 is the radius. So here this is the 50 pi by how much time he was taken, that is the 5 seconds. So that is equals to 10 pi meter per second. Okay, so this is 50 pi by 5. So that is equals to 10 pi meter per second. This is the average speed of the Ram and Shyam. Okay, that is the first one. And the second one is, what is the average velocity of Ram and Shyam? So here we will find out this is the velocity. What is the average velocity of the Ram and Shyam? So here we can write this is the, so average speed is the total distance by time taken, but the average velocity is total displacement by time taken. Okay, so now the Ram, the second one is average velocity of Ram and Shyam. So Ram average velocity equal to, what is the average velocity? That is the total displacement. Total displacement is shortest path. So for the Ram and Shyam, for this Ram shortest path is the 100 meters only. That is the straight line from P to Q. So we can write 100 by time is the 4, that is the 25 meter per second. And the Shyam average velocity is, Shyam average velocity is, for this Ram and Shyam, for this both members, the displacement is the common, that is the shortest path between the P to Q. So that is the 100 meters only. So Shyam will be takes the this pi r semicircle, that will be covers the distance to reach from P to Q, that will we can call as a distance. Okay, we can call that is a distance, but here the velocity is requires the displacement. Displacement means the shortest path between the P to Q. So that will be gives only 100 meters. So 100 by the at the time taken is the 5 seconds only. So we can write this is the 20 meter per second. Okay, but in which direction? Towards right. Okay, towards right or towards Q. Okay, towards right we can say. Understood? So this is the solution for this average speed and average velocity of Ram and Shyam. Okay. So the second problem is, a person travels along a straight road for off time with velocity v1 and remaining off time with velocity v2. Now find what is the average velocity of the person. Okay. So what is the average velocity? The total displacement by time taken. So here off time with velocity v1. Okay. So in this off time, how much distance he covered with velocity v1? Okay. So the person covered some amount of the distance in this off time with velocity v1, and the remaining of time he covered some amount of the distance with velocity v2. Okay. Now we have to find out the average velocity. So for suppose I am taking this person covered the distance s in the first of time. He covered the distance s with velocity v1. So what we can write, the distance is velocity equal to distance by time. Okay, sorry, displacement by time. So the displacement is equals to time into velocity. Okay, so velocity is the v1 and off time. Okay, within in this off time he covered the displacement s. Okay, so The off time is, suppose I am taking the t by 2. Okay. And next, remaining of time with velocity v2. Okay. So with velocity v2, he covered some amount of the displacement, that is I am taking the s, that is equals to v2 into t by 2. Okay. So now the average velocity is total displacement by time taken. Okay. So what we can write here, the total displacement is this is yes and this one is also yes. So first v1, so average velocity is v average is equals to, so this is the s1 and suppose it is s2, so the total displacement is the s1 plus s2. Okay, so s1 is the v1 into t by 2, so v1 into t by 2 plus s2 is the v2 into 2 t by 2 by, what is the total time? Off time is the t by 2, remaining off time is also t by 2. So t by 2 plus t by 2. Okay. So in this t by 2 I am taking the common. So what we will get here? v1 plus v2 by, this is the t by 2 plus t by 2. So we can write this is the t. Okay. So this t will be cancelled. So average velocity we can write v1 plus v2 by 2. Okay. So this is the average velocity. Okay. So first of displacement is covering in the off time with velocity v1. Second of distance displacement he is covering in the off time with velocity v2. So the average velocity of the person is v1 plus v2 by time. Okay. So this is the second one. The next problem is, a person travels along a straight road for off distance with velocity v1 and remaining off distance with velocity v2. Now calculate what is the average speed of the person. Okay. So in last problem, we find the average velocity and in the off time with velocity v1. Okay, remaining off time with velocity v2. Okay, in this problem we have to find out average speed, off distance with velocity v1 and remaining off distance with velocity v2. Okay, so what is the average speed? The total distance by total time taken. Okay, so now here the first a person is covering, and suppose I am considering the person is covering total distance is the 2s. Okay, the person covering let the distance covered by person is 2s. Okay, initially I am taking the person covered, the total distance is the 2s. Now off distance with velocity v1. Okay, so to cover the off distance with velocity v1, he was taken certain some amount of the time. That time is I am considering the t1. Okay, so the time t1 is equals to, I am taking what is the distance of distance, total distance is the 2s, of distance is the s by velocity v1. Okay, and remaining of distance with velocity v2. Okay, so to cover the remaining of distance with velocity v2, suppose the person taken the time is the t2. Okay, so we can write the time t2 is equals to remaining of distance is the s, so s by v2. Now what is the average speed? Average speed is equals to, that is total distance. Total distance is the 2s by total time taken. The total time is the, half of the time is the t1, remaining of time is the t2. So the total time is the t1 plus t2. So we can write s by v1 plus s by v2. Okay. So from this, average speed, is equals to 2s by, what we can write, s 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So what we can write here, 2s by s into v1 plus v2 by v1 v2. Okay, so from this we will get this one. So here s will be cancelled, and these denominator will be goes to the numerator. So we can write average speed is equals to 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Okay, so this is the average speed. So 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Okay, so this is the average speed of this person. Next problem is, if a car covers 2 by 5th of the total distance with v1 speed and 3 by 5th of the total distance with v2 speed, then what is the average speed of the car? Okay, so the car covers total 2 by 5th of the total distance with the speed v1. Okay, so to cover this 2 by 5th of the total distance with v1 speed, suppose this car was taken time t1. Okay, so the t1 time we can write, time t1 is equals to distance by velocity, sorry, distance by speed. Okay, so here 2 by 5th of the total distance, suppose I am considering the total distance is the s. Okay, so 2 by 5th of the total distance is 2 by 5 into s by, with the speed v1, and remaining, and 3 by 5th of the total distance with v2. So the time t2 is equals to 3 by 5 into s by v2. Okay, to I'm considering the total distance is the s. Okay, in this s distance, to cover the 2 by 5th of the distance, the car taken the time, some amount of the time. The time is I am taking the t1. Okay, and 3 by 5th of the total distance, the car taken the time is some amount of the time, the time is I am considering the t2. Okay, so we can write t1 is equals to 2 by 5 into s by v1, t2 is equals to 3 by 5 into s by v2. Then we have to find out the average speed. So average speed is equals to this total distance. Total distance is the S, already I considered, and the time, that means average speed is the total distance by total time taken. The total time taken is the T1 plus T2. So we can write 2 by 5 into S by V1 plus 3 by 5 into S by V2. Okay. So now I am taking the common in this S. So if I will take the common S, in this numerator S and denominator S, both will be cancelled. So here we will get, that is 1 by 2 by 5V1 plus 3 by 5V2. Okay. So here 5V1 V2 is the LCM for this two. Okay. So we can write this is the 1 by 5V1 V2 is the LCM. So here what we will get here, 2V2 plus 3V1. Okay. So these denominator will be goes to numerator. So average speed will becomes 5V1 V2 by 3V1 plus 2V2. Okay. So this is the average speed of the car. Understood? So first he was given some distance, 2 by 5th of the total distance. Okay. A covers with speed V1. So first of all we have to consider some total distance. Okay. You take yes or whatever it is, you consider one parameter as a total distance. Okay. So in that total distance, 2 by 5th of the distance covered with V1. To cover this distance, the car taken the some amount of the time, that time is T1. Okay. So this T2 is also same. To cover the remaining 3 by 5th of the distance with the speed V2, it was taken, the car was taken, the time is the T2. Okay. So if we will know what are the T1 and T2 values, then very easy to find out the average speed, because average speed is the total distance by total time taken. Okay. So total distance already we considered S, and total time is the T1 plus T2. T1 is the this one, T2 is the this one. By calculating this one, finally we will get this value, 5V1 V2 by 3V1 plus 2V2. Okay. The next problem is, a car is moving with speed 60 km per hour and a bird is moving 90 km per hour along the same direction. Now find out the distance traveled by the bird till the time car reaches the tree. Okay. So here tree is the here, and a car is moving towards the tree, and bird is also moving towards the tree. Both are moving along the same direction. The distance from this tree to car is the 240 meters. Okay. So now uh, we have to find out the distance traveled by the bird. The distance traveled by the bird till the time car reaches the tree. Okay. Till the time the car reaches the tree. Okay. So in the time, in which time, how how much time the car will be takes to reach the tree within the time, how much distance traveled by the this bird. We have to find out that. Okay. So now we have to find out the car, the distance from here to here is car to tree is the 240 meters and this car speed is the 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. So now speed and we have distance, then we have to find out the time. Okay. So time, that is the car time. Time taken by car to reach the tree is equals to reach the tree. That is, I am taking the T1, that is equals to the total distance from car to tree, that is the 240 meters by what is the speed of the car? 60. So this will be cancelled and this T1 is equals to 4 hours. Okay, this is the 60 kilometer per hour. So we can take the time is the 4 hours. The car will be takes the 4 hours time to reach the tree. So within this 4 hours time, how much distance traveled by the bird? We have to find out that. Okay, so the distance traveled by the bird till the time car reaches the tree. So we know this time 4 hours. The distance formula is distance of bird is equals to time, that is the 4 hours, into velocity of the bird. So time into velocity. So what is the time here? The distance of the bird s equals to what is the time? 4 hours into the velocity of the bird. The velocity of the bird is 90 kilometer per hour. So the total distance the bird traveled is 360 meters. Okay. So the car was taken the 4 hours time to reach the tree. Within the time, how much distance traveled by the bird? That one is 360 meters. Okay. So the next problem is the displacement of a particle moving along an x-axis, that is given by x equal to 18t plus 5t square. Now we have to calculate the instantaneous velocity when the particle is midway between its positions at t equal to 2 seconds and t equal to 3 seconds. Okay. So first of all, we have to find out the its particle midway position at t equal to 2 seconds and t equal to 3 seconds. So at t equal to 2 seconds, what is its position? So at t equal to 2 seconds, its position x equals to 18 into 2 plus 5 into 2 square. So that is 18 to the 36 and 2 to the 4, 4 to 5, 20, that is equals to 56. So at t equal to 2 seconds, the particle position is the 56. And now at t equal to 3 seconds, that is x equal to 18 into 3 plus 5 into 3 to the power square. So 18 3 is 54 plus 3 square into 9, 3 square is the 9, 9 into 5 45, that is equals to 99. So now what is the midway position between this 56 and 99? So the midway is equals to 56 plus 99 by 2. Okay. So these 56 plus 99 by 2. So what is this is the 100, 155 by 2. 155 by 2 means that is 75, 150, 77.5. So here this is 77.5 is the its midway position. Okay. So now we have to find out the instantaneous velocity. Okay. So at t equal to 2 seconds, at t equal to 2 seconds, its velocity v equals to what is its velocity v? So that is its midway position is instantaneous velocity v equals to midway position 77.5 by 2. Okay, at t equal to 2 seconds. So the midway position is 77.5. So the instantaneous velocity at t equal to 2 is 77.5 by 2. So now what is the answer? This is we can write this is 2 3 just 6, 2 8 just 16, and 2 7 just 14. Okay, and 7 5. Okay, 38 38 7 6. Okay. So at t equal to 3 seconds, what is the velocity? 77.5 by 3. So what is this one? 3 2 just 6, and 3 5 just 15. 3 2 just 6. So remaining is the 17. So 3 5 just 15. So remaining is the 2. So point 20. Okay, 25. So 3 8 24, and the next 24 remaining 1. 1 means 0, 10, remaining 10 is so 3. 3 3 is 9. Okay. So if you will calculate this one with 3, 3 3 is 9, 3 8 is 24, 3 5 is 15, 17, 3 2 is 6, 7, 77.49 like that. Okay. So this is 25.83. Okay. So now the instantaneous velocity. So the instantaneous velocity is equals to what is this? 38.75 plus 25.83. So by adding these two, what we will get? 5 plus 3, 8, and this is the 8, 7 8 15, 6 8 14, 64. So 64.58 centimeter per second. So I am writing here 64.58. Okay. So units are centimeter per second. Okay. So this is the instantaneous velocity when the particle is midway between its positions at t equal to 2 seconds and t equal to 3 seconds. So first we have to find out the midway position. At t equal to 2 we will find out the position. At t equal to 3 seconds we will find out the position. The average of these two values we will find out, that is the midway position. Okay. So for this midway position, the velocity, instantaneous velocity at t equal to 2, that is the this one, and at t equal to 3, this one. Okay. By adding these two, we will get the instantaneous velocity is the 64.58 centimeter per second. So write down these two problems. A boy walks to his school at a distance of 6 kilometers with constant speed of 4 kilometers per hour. His average speed for round trip expressed in kilometer per hour is. Okay. And the next one is a train moving at a constant velocity of 54 kilometers per hour moves eastwards for 30 minutes, then due north with the same speed for 40 minutes. What is the average velocity of the train during this run in kilometer per hour is? Okay. So do these numericals, and these are the practice problems. Okay. This is also, you try this problem. A PGM flies at 36 km per hour to and fro between the two cars moving towards each other on a straight road. Starting from the first car when the car separation is the 40 kilometers. The first car has a speed of 16 km per hour and the second car has a speed of 25 km per hour. By the time the cars meet head on, what are the total distance of the PGM and net displacement flown by the PGM? Okay, so this is the problem. All of you try this problem. All of you try to solve this sum, and if you will get any doubt, and if you will get answer, you must and should reply in comment. I will give you reply. Okay, so this is the next one. You drive an old car along a straight road for 8.4 kilometer at 70 kilometer per hour. At this point, it runs out of petrol and stops. Over the next 30 minutes, you walk another 2 kilometers further along the road to a petrol pump. Now find out what is the average velocity from the beginning of your drive to your arrival at petrol pump. And the second one is, suppose to pump the petrol, pay for it, and walk back to the car takes you another 45 minutes. What is your average speed from the beginning of your drive to your return to the truck with the petrol? Okay, so you should try this problem. Okay, you try for this. The next one is, the position of a particle moving along the x-axis is given in centimeters by x equal to 9.75 plus 1.5 t cube. Now calculate the average velocity during the time interval t equal to 2 seconds to t equal to 3 seconds, the instantaneous velocity at t equal to 2 seconds, at t equal to 2 at t equal to 2.50 seconds, at t equal to 3 seconds, and the instantaneous velocity when the particle is midway between its positions at t equal to 2 seconds and t equal to 3 seconds. So you try all these problems. So you try all these practice problems, and if you have any doubt, please write in comments. I will give you reply, and if you have any doubt, also write in comments. And so this is the today's class, and we will meet in next class. Until that, take care. Bye.